The Novogradac Journal of Tax Credits Historic Rehabilitation Awards were created to recognize excellence and honor outstanding achievement in historic tax credit rehabilitation developments. The Novogradac Journal of Tax Credits is a monthly magazine that provides readers with the latest news, analysis, and commentary on historic tax credits, as well as the low-income housing tax credits, new markets tax credits, renewable energy tax credits, and more. This year's awards honor projects placed in service in 2012 or 2013. Today, we recognize historic tax credit projects in three categories: the historic tax credit development that best exemplifies major community impact, the historic tax credit development that overcame significant obstacles, and the historic tax credit development that best demonstrates financial innovation. Our first category is for the historic tax credit development that best exemplifies major community impact. The following projects were nominated for the historic tax credit development that best exemplifies major community impact. 21C Museum Hotel in Cincinnati, Ohio. Buzza Lofts of Uptown in Minneapolis, Minnesota. C&E Lofts in St. Paul, Minnesota. Chalmers Square in Detroit, Michigan. Cider Gallery in Lawrence, Kansas. Colonial Village Apartments in Arlington, Virginia. Connections Housing in San Diego, California. Doan Classroom Apartments in Cleveland, Ohio. Exploratorium at Pier 15 in San Francisco, California. Harvest Commons Apartments in Chicago, Illinois. Hibernia Tower in New Orleans, Louisiana. La Salette Gardens in Covington, Kentucky. NSO Bell Building in Detroit, Michigan. Paint Building in Cincinnati, Ohio. Paramount Theater in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Polar Lofts in Lawrence, Kansas. Stoddard Johnston Scholar House in Louisville, Kentucky. The Jane B. Eisner School in Los Angeles, California. And the Market Block Building in Warren, Ohio. The honorable mention for major community impact goes to Affirmed Housing Group and Path Ventures for Connections Housing in San Diego, California. The project transformed a 1920s athletic club into a much-needed housing for homeless in downtown San Diego. Connections Housing provides educational courses, a healthcare clinic, and 89 permanent housing units. The facility currently shelters 150 previously homeless individuals. Path San Diego, the lead operator and service provider for Connections Housing, reports that since Connection Housing's opening in 2013, downtown San Diego has experienced a decrease in street homelessness of 57%. Connections Housing is the result of hard work, determination, and a 10-year-long collaboration with the City of San Diego. The development is also a shining example of what historic tax credits can achieve. The winner of the 2013 award for the historic tax credit development that best exemplifies major community impact is Paramount Theater, LLC, for rehabilitating the Paramount Theater in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. After a flood devastated downtown Cedar Rapids in 2008, the Paramount Theater was submerged underwater and nearly destroyed. The theater was a fixture in Cedar Rapids since its opening in 1928. Damage from the flood was estimated around $22 million. As the community rallied to save the National Register-listed building, stakeholders used disaster relief funding and the historic tax credit to restore the theater. Total project costs for this 3-year construction process totaled $43.2 million. The project benefited from a federal historic tax credit allocation of $5.8 million and $6.6 million under the 25% Iowa historic tax credit. The grand opening of the Paramount Theater on November 3, 2012, signified an economic and cultural victory. The creative mix of funding achieved multiple goals, including enhancing the theater with updated technology, restoring the beauty of the building's historic spaces, and mitigating damage from potential future flooding. The rehabilitation of this landmark also ensures that the devastation caused by the natural disaster would not permanently destroy the earlier vitality of downtown Cedar Rapids. In addition to enabling the theater to continue to act as a source of local pride and main attraction for tourists, it has also helped downtown businesses remain vibrant. The project also created close to 250 permanent full-time jobs and more than 1,000 construction jobs. Congratulations once again to Paramount Theater, LLC, for their dedication to restoring the economic health and viability of downtown Cedar Rapids. Novogradac and Company, LLP, would like to thank the judges for their time and expertise. We'd also like to thank the nominees for sharing their stories with the tax credit community, as well as striving to preserve the nation's cultural heritage. Thank you for joining us.